Welcome to Pakistan, a country where the mighty Indus River has long been a lifeline, carving its way through one of the most arid regions on Earth. But behind the scenic landscapes and flowing waters lies a deeply complex story, a story of innovation and colonization, of agriculture and over-engineering, of prosperity and disaster. This is the story of how transforming a river created a nation's backbone, and also its biggest challenge. At the heart of this story is the Indus River, flowing from the towering glaciers of the Himalayas in the north to the Arabian Sea in the south. Along its banks, canals, dams, and embankments stretch for miles, an intricate man-made system that has turned barren desert into fertile farmland. But this transformation came with a cost. Today, Pakistan faces a dual water crisis, rising water scarcity and catastrophic flooding. In the last 75 years, Pakistan's population has grown fivefold. Meanwhile, water availability per person has drastically declined. According to projections, the country may reach absolute water scarcity as early as 2025. And at the same time, climate change is making monsoon rains more unpredictable, with recent floods submerging one-third of the country and affecting over 33 million people. So how did we get here? Before British colonization, the Indus Basin was home to agro-pastoral communities. They lived with the river, not against it, growing crops like sorghum and rice, raising livestock, and migrating with the natural rhythm of seasonal floods. Rivers were seen as sacred and alive, not just as a source of water, but as a partner in survival. But in the 1800s, everything changed. After taking control of the region, British colonizers aimed to maximize agricultural output, not for local prosperity, but for imperial gain. They introduced year-round irrigation by constructing a vast network of canals, dams, and barrages, most notably the Sukur barrage in Sindh. These massive structures allowed water to be diverted hundreds of miles from its natural course to grow cash crops like wheat and cotton. To control the unpredictable nature of the river, embankments were built to block seasonal floods. In doing so, the natural floodplains, which had once absorbed excess water, were erased. Wetlands and forests were destroyed. Biodiversity was lost, and the delicate balance that had sustained this region for centuries was dismantled. But this wasn't just physical engineering. It was social engineering too. The British handed fertile canal-side land to those loyal to the crown, often ex-military men, while pushing indigenous farmers to the edges of the irrigation system. This created a deeply unequal structure where water access depended not on need, but on privilege. Modern footage of Pakistani farmland and cities. After independence in 1947, Pakistan continued down the same path. The irrigation system was expanded even further. Today, Pakistan boasts the largest contiguous canal network in the world. Over 50 canals, 80 dams, 19 barrages, and multiple drainage projects. This infrastructure supports the country's largest economic sector, agriculture, which employs nearly half the population and uses 90% of its water resources. But this level of control has backfired. In August 2022, unprecedented monsoon rains led to devastating floods. Water had no path to return to the river. Blocked by decades of canals, roads, and embankments, it lingered for weeks, turning towns into swamps, spreading disease, and displacing millions. The very structures built to tame the river ended up amplifying the destruction. And then there's inequality. Just like during colonial times, the upstream elites, particularly in Punjab, control water access. Downstream provinces like Sindh suffer the most, with saltwater intrusion destroying farmland and drinking supplies. Meanwhile, wealthier landowners can manipulate embankments to protect their property, often at the expense of poorer communities. Despite the obvious flaws in this approach, the mindset hasn't changed. Pakistan continues to propose mega dam projects as a solution to both flooding and scarcity, reinforcing a colonial legacy of over-engineering nature. But critics argue that these plans ignore indigenous knowledge and the lessons of the past, seeing solutions and hope. So what can be done? The truth is there is no quick fix, but there are steps that can help. Protecting natural floodplains, restoring wetlands, clearing blocked drainage channels, and most importantly, including local communities in water decision-making. This isn't just about engineering rivers. It's about reimagining our relationship with nature. Instead of trying to control every drop of water, what if we learned to live with the river again, just as our ancestors once did? Closing shot, serene Indus River at sunset. The Indus gave birth to one of the world's oldest civilizations. Its waters still flow with the promise of life, but only if we choose to honor it, protect it, and rebuild a sustainable future for the river and for the people who depend on it.